So last night I was contacted by somebody who wants to sell some of his old stuff. So we got into a text conversation and he started sending me some photos of what he has. I noticed there was some mixture of professional and home audio gear, some PV stuff, some guitar amps, but some Klipsch and Polk and a pair of speakers that really caught my eye, Meridians. Now I've never actually owned or actually heard Meridian speakers, but I do know that they're a quality brand. So that caught my eye. So I'm going to go over there with like $300 tomorrow and see what he's got and see what happens. Hey, I'm back. Here they are, my Meridian DSP5000 speakers that I picked up today in Jacksonville Beach. I'll just say that was a very interesting experience. I wish I could have shot video there, but he wasn't into it. Anyway, I learned he's Vietnamese and all this crap in his garage belonged to his brother, and he was trying to clear it out. It was packed high, like shoulder high with stuff. Now, it wasn't as bad as this photograph, but it was pretty darn bad. And I got very frustrated because I could only pick around the edges. And there was really only one path down the middle that I could navigate. And I just had to step over stuff, and it was very awkward and really hot in there. And I got very frustrated because I found stuff, but I couldn't reach it, or there was piles of stuff that looked promising, but I couldn't get to. Anyway, he was actually a pretty tough negotiator, and he knew I was liking those Meridians. So we agreed on a package deal for 3 sets of speakers, and I left with $0 in my pocket. All right, I've got them plugged in, and now I'm about to power them on, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, I heard a little pop, a little sound, and these LEDs are supposed to light up, I think, but I don't see anything. I just heard a little sound. Let me look at this one. This is the master, so maybe that's a little better. Oh, that little sad dim red LED is illuminated, and that's about it. Nothing else. I was hoping for something more dramatic than this. Well, I think they work. I got some positive feedback from this, but it appears I'm going to have to do some more research to find out what to do next. These are really heavy beasts and in pretty good physical condition. This is called a 2.5-way design, which means they have a tweeter and 2 woofers, with one of them doing some of the mid-range duties. These have active DSP crossovers, 3 discrete 75-watt amplifiers, and their own built-in digital to analog converters. The more I learn about Meridian, the more impressed I become. They basically invented self-amplified active digital speakers. And by digital I mean that the audio signal remains in the digital domain all the way until the very last step, when the 18-bit DACs inside convert them into analog signals. The amplifiers take over from there and boost those signals to the speaker drivers. If you're looking for conventional speaker terminals, you're not going to find them, just these RCA jacks and DIN-style connectors. I did some research and found out that these speakers need a communication cable between them that have a special kind of DIN connector that is not easy to find. I went online and they have to be imported from England, and they're custom made and very expensive. Luckily, I have a neighbor who's very talented with a soldering iron, and he agreed to make me a cable. So I ordered the connectors and downloaded a schematic, and he made me these, or this. And this is exactly what I need, and I'm about to try it out and see if it works. So before I hook them up, think, how does one control the volume of these babies? Well, looky here, the Meridian MSR remote. I found it on eBay and it arrived quickly. These speakers have to talk to each other, so I'm connecting these communication cables between them. And they're also going to need music sent to them, so I'm using these RCAs for that. All right, here's the moment of truth. I got my remote. It's powered on. I'm going to hit the CD button. Yes. Yes. It lights up. Now that looks like the volume number. I think that readout there. Yes, if I go up and down with the volume button. Let me see if I can aim it better. It goes up and down. It's all right. Looks like we're in business. So I have this Bluetooth receiver that I'll connect to my iPad. That's going to send a pure digital signal into the back of the speakers. So let's give it a shot and see how it sounds. Let's press play. I am dumbstruck by how awesome these speakers are. They sound amazing. And for the price I got them and the technology, even though they're 25 years old, they are amazing. And I can't wait to hook them up in a proper listening room and give them the attention they deserve. But it was a steep learning curve and it was well worth it. And I am amazed. I don't know what other adjectives to use, but this is a good day. I got rid of my albums decades ago. So all I have in the house are these old albums that belong to my parents. And they're horrendously bad albums. My dad was a country music fan. Here's Lynn Anderson. Oh, look at this, Sing Along with Mitch. Oh my God. He loved Dolly Parton. Connie Francis. Perez Prado, Great Mambos. Another Dolly album. Oh, look at this. Patti Page and her golden hits. I remember I liked that. How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? That was one of my favorites when I was like 5. My mom was Colombian, so this is, here's an interesting one. I'll have to look at that one later. Julio Iglesias, Vicky Carr. My parents were enormous squares, had awful taste in music. And I had to put up with this all through my childhood. And also, on top of that, they're in terrible condition. They're all scratchy because I didn't know how to look after albums like most people. And they played them on these horrendously bad console stereos that had awful dull needles on them probably and ruined them. So this is what I'm stuck with right now.